guys, so we're back to basics again today, back in the original setup where I used to film my videos, and I thought I would do a first impressions on the Dior Airflash spray foundation. I have just got this in the post today. I haven't used it yet. It's in the colour 201. I have just sprayed it on my hand just to make sure that the colour was okay. I'm pretty sure it is. It seemed like an alright colour. As I've said, at the moment, when I'm buying foundations, I have been buying them kind of for the prolonged period and not for the skin tone that I am right now. As you can see, my face is a lot lighter than my body anyway, because when I go on holiday I put quite a high factor on my face and not really that much on my body. So yeah, this may not match the rest of my body wholly, but I'll be kind of like bronzing it up and whatever to make it look darker. I'm not too sure what to expect from this, just because I don't know, it's like a spray foundation. And the reason why I bought this is because Goss Makeup Artist did a video and he was saying literally it is the best foundation ever. One thing I did think is it was a very impulse buy. I literally was just like, yeah, okay, I'll just buy it because he said it was amazing. It was very expensive. It was around £33, I think. I'm pretty sure anyway. I'll leave the link, the Feel Unique link down below anyway. That's where I got it. I'm pretty sure it was like £33.50. So yeah, let's give this a go. We've got the Sephora Pro Airbrush 55 brush here. It is nearly 3 o'clock. I have just been like pottering around this morning and just doing bits and bobs. So yeah, I will be doing a first impression and showing you kind of like the wear time on this foundation, but obviously bear in mind this isn't 6 o'clock in the morning and I'm not going to have the entire day, but we're going to have, you know, a nice period of time for me to show you. So I've got the foundation, I've got the brush. I'm going to just spray it onto the brush because that's what Goss Makeup Artist did when he applied the foundation. So I'm just going to kind of like spray it. I don't really know what to expect at all. It's a bit scary. So I just, oh, okay, that was 2 sprays and it has coloured the brush. It has gone everywhere. So I'm going to use my Mirror Out my Look Pro palette and just start to blend in. Okay, well this isn't working very well. I've sprayed 2 sprays and it doesn't seem to be going onto my face. What I'm going to do instead, I think, is spray onto my hand and then pick the brush, like pick the foundation up. Okay. Right, that works better. You do get like nearly twice the amount of foundation you get in normal foundations in the can. That's one thing I will say, and that's kind of one thing that you have to bear in mind when you realise the price is ridiculously expensive. Let me just double check how much you get. Yeah, 70ml, and that's just more than double that you normally get. So at the moment it's very light coverage, and the only thing I'm not liking is the packaging, because I feel like you spray a lot out and you're not getting much out of it. I'm going to try and spray onto my face. Try it in lots of different things. Oh. It smells like an aerosol. I feel like that's not very safe, spraying an aerosol that close to your face. It's really scary spraying it onto your face, but I do think that's probably the best thing, and then you never lose product. Oh, okay, I've sprayed that in my hair. That's alright, we can just blend that out. My hair's still wet anyway, so it needs to be dried. Right, it's definitely not a full coverage foundation. I'm saying it's light to medium and buildable. It does very much look like skin. You can't see the foundation on the skin. I'm going to try and build this up a little bit and put a bit more on my cheeks, because my cheeks is the area where I always feel like I need a bit more coverage. So I'm going to try and build this up on both cheeks and then see where we're at. I'm going to apply this bit here with the Real Techniques Expert Face Brush and just see if it builds up a bit more coverage with a bit more of a denser brush. Right, that seems to be working a little bit better, because the Sephora brush does kind of blend everything out very much, and if you have got a light foundation anyway, it seems to blend it out a bit more, whereas this kind of builds up the coverage, this brush. So I just apply some on the other cheek. I kind of wince when I spray this. It's really weird sensation. It's just really strange. It is a bit of a fuss. That's the only thing I would say. Like, really, like normal foundations, what you pump some on your hand, or you pour some on your hand, and then you're done. Whereas this, like, you spray in and spray in and spray in. And I don't really know how long that will last, just because you are constantly spraying. Oh, I hate it when my camera does this, especially in this location. It always seems to do it. Yeah, especially when you're constantly spraying the foundation. Like, I sprayed it probably 5 or 6 times. Right, first impression of, oh my god, the camera, of the foundation by itself. It looks very much like skin. If you've got good skin, this would be an absolute perfect foundation. If I didn't have these 2 spots here right now and one over here, this one here, then it would be absolutely perfect for my skin. I think with concealer on, this might look very nice. So I'm going to carry on, do the rest of my makeup, and then I'm going to come back and show you kind of how it looks all together. I'm going to kind of zoom into you guys and just try and show you a close-up of the foundation. So if you can see that, you can still kind of see my blemishes through the foundation. Yeah, so hopefully that gave you a bit of an idea of kind of what it looks like. So I've just applied the rest of my makeup and all of it's kind of finished now and done. And I think the foundation looks really nice. I don't think it was quite as airbrushed as kind of people were saying in reviews, and as much as like Goss makeup artists were saying in the reviews. But I've powdered the foundation and I've popped concealer on. And one thing I will say is that I kind of, if there's anyone I really go by makeup artist wise, it is Goss makeup artist. I love his videos. And I just think he's really straight to the point, and I just really like the way his videos are, and I really trust what he says. And I agree with him with the fact that he always says that, you know, you don't need to apply a full coverage foundation all over your face when you don't need it all over your face. And that's why I only try to build up the areas on my cheeks, because that's where I kind of have my acne scarring and my spots. So for me, I would say that I think the foundation's great at that light to medium coverage, because it kind of looks perfect all over. Like, it does look really nice. The finish is lovely. And then kind of I've popped concealer over the bits that I want to build up the coverage of, and I think that works like that, rather than just applying a full coverage foundation everywhere and making your face look kind of like really like, just, I don't know, have a mask on. And now I'm not saying I do apply full coverage foundations. I love Estee Lauder Double Wear, for example, but I do like it when it does feel very light. This foundation doesn't feel like I've got much on my face. It feels very lightweight. It does feel very, it's, you know, it's called an airbrush foundation. I guess it does feel as like lightweight and airbrush. That's kind of the bit that it feels like. I think it looks pretty good on camera. What do you guys think? I don't know. Like, I don't know. I quite like it. I think it looks really nice. I'm a bit worried about the wear time. It was slightly dewy when I applied it, and it kind of got a bit more dewier as I was applying the rest of my makeup. So I powdered the foundation with the Bourjois Healthy Balance powder. And so obviously I'm not really going to powder until the next time I update you on this foundation in a few hours, and we're going to see kind of how the shine's going. I do have kind of like normal to oily skin, especially at the moment. So I do expect for there to be a build-up of oil on my face, and for it to be quite shiny on me to need to powder, because the only foundation that I don't really feel the need to do that with is the Estee Lauder Double Wear, and even after a long period of wearing that, I still need to do it. So I'm going to update you throughout the day on how this foundation lasts on my skin and how the rest of my makeup kind of lasts with the foundation, if that makes sense. Yeah, and then I will see you in a little while. I forgot to say the time now is 3:20 in the afternoon. I know, ridiculously late for me to be doing my makeup. I've just had a lot to do this morning. So it's 15:22, and I will be kind of updating you over the next course of the evening / afternoon. So I am updating you after 3 hours of the Dior Airflash foundation being on my skin. In my opinion, it looks pretty good. It still looks exactly like skin. There's no cakiness going on at all. There's a little bit of shine I could do with kind of powdering now. It doesn't really look like it on camera, and that's quite surprising actually, because when I'm vlogging, and I have been vlogging the whole of August, so I say it in every video, but if you're not subscribed to my vlog channel and you would like to watch my vlogs, and I've been vlogging every day in August, I will leave the link down below. It's always down below and at the end of the video. But I don't know, with vlogging, I always seem to like, obviously I notice my foundation more because I'm vlogging every day, and I don't know why, I feel like they need to powder quite a lot, and after 3 hours it's not really looking like I need to powder that much, and that's pretty good in my opinion. Pretty good. I'm quite impressed. Now I know 3 hours isn't a very long time, so I will be obviously doing an update in another probably 3 hours or so, but I am pretty impressed with this. There's just, and also for me, my forehead, the foundation always breaks up. I don't know why, my forehead seems a bit dry. It's not dry on a daily basis, but when you put foundation on it, it goes really, really dry, and so it always kind of like cracks on my forehead, my foundation, which sounds really horrible, but it does, and that's why I really struggle for it to be keeping on, and it's completely stayed on with this foundation, so that is really, really good. And yeah, it all seems to be pretty good, to be quite honest, so I am very impressed so far. It's staying on nicely, it looks nice, it doesn't look like I'm wearing too much foundation, it looks very kind of natural, and that's what I like. Obviously everyone loves a good full coverage look once in a while, but on a day-to-day basis it is nice to wear something that isn't too heavy on your skin. It just kind of looks natural, just like it looks like skin. And that is exactly what it looks like. Seriously, it hardly looks like I've got anything on. And also, with me layering it up, it hasn't gone cakey either or anything. So, yeah, very impressed so far. I will update you again in a couple more hours, and maybe a bit after that. It just depends when I take my makeup off this evening. But I will try to kind of leave it like as long as possible to give you kind of a good representation of the foundation. I'm pretty sure it doesn't claim to be very full coverage or long lasting, sorry. So, yeah, so far, so good. So, this is the last update that I'm going to do. It's obviously the second update I've done. I'm kind of just in a vlogging format here, so if I can tell the camera's moving, then that's because I'm kind of just holding it myself. I just wanted to say I didn't actually powder it earlier after I spoke to you last. It's now 10:30, so the foundation's been on for about 7 hours. So this is what it looks like. I don't really know. I don't know, do you keep your foundation on for more than 7 hours? I suppose you do. It depends, obviously, when you put it on and when you take it off. But yeah, it's been on for about 7 hours, and this is what it looks like. It's very shiny now, but I didn't powder earlier. When I kind of said that I was going to powder, I didn't actually put any powder on my face. So I powdered this morning, I haven't powdered since. So for 7 hours of shine, this isn't that bad, and I have been so hot and sweaty, a bit TMI, but I've just been like rushing around. I've been getting stuff ready for a car boot that I'm doing, so I've just been kind of like getting all that sorted and all that kind of stuff, so everything's been very hectic, and I've just been moving boxes and carrying heavy things, so for my foundation to stay on this much when I've been sweating quite a lot is very, very good. It still looks quite good. I'm going to powder now, and then I'm going to see how it looks afterwards. So, I have just powdered my foundation, and it looks so much better. Literally, that basically looks like I've just put it on. I'm not even joking. Like, my makeup might look a bit worn just because we're sat under, like, a really bright light as well. If I come in a bit more, I don't know, it might not be looking that great on camera, but in real life I think it looks quite good. I'm just going to go to the bathroom. I'm sure you guys don't mind me kind of taking you on a little vlog, and I'm just going to have a look in the mirror in here. So I can see that it looks a little less better, like a little worse, sorry, a little worse than I did in the mirror. But it still doesn't look bad, not at all, like not at all. So yeah, I'm quite impressed with this. The longevity isn't as good as Estee Lauder Double Wear. After 7 hours of Estee Lauder Double Wear, it would be absolutely fine, if that makes sense. But I am pretty impressed by this. This is 7 hours wear, and this is a lot better than a lot of foundations would look. And also for the fact that it looks like skin, I think it just, sometimes when they look like skin, I think they just kind of disappear. Like Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk lasts on me for literally about 2 hours, and then it looks awful, and that looks like skin. Whereas this looks so like skin. It's really lightweight. It's not full coverage. It's just one of those lightweight foundations that's really nice on the skin, and it's actually lasted quite well. I don't think this would last very well for the next like 3-4 hours. I think if I kind of left this on and came back to you at 1 in the morning, then I don't think it would last that great. But I don't think it's horrendous at all. I think, you know, we've got a good one here. And remember, this was without primer. So I think with a primer underneath, and I think actually, you know, and having it and giving it a chance, and putting a setting spray on top, which is what I do with every single foundation that I wear on a day-to-day basis, then it would really, really last very well. I'm really impressed with this foundation. Even like, I don't know, just sometimes throughout the day, if I have other foundations on, I really feel like I can feel them on my skin. I feel like, oh my god, get this makeup off. I don't feel like this right now at all. I want to get in my pyjamas and go to bed. I can't because I'm editing, but I can't feel it on my face. I don't feel like I've got loads of makeup on. And that is a great thing. Like, who doesn't want to feel like that? I think for £33.50, I don't know if it's an essential in everybody's life. But I think if you do want to splash out on a foundation and you want one that looks like skin and you want a light to medium coverage, that is buildable. But I don't think you're going to get it to full coverage, like full coverage. Then I think it is one to invest in. I think at the end of the day, Estee Lauder Double Wear is £28 and this is $33. It's not that much more money. So yeah, and you can always find like discount codes for Feel Unique. I always think, like, I had a Missguided order and I got a 15% discount code through with that for Feel Unique. So it's just things like that. I think you can always kind of find them online and stuff. So yeah, that is my verdict of the Dior Airflash foundation. I just think that, I don't know, I haven't got a whole opinion on it. It's a first impressions at the end of the day. But my first impressions is pretty good. I haven't been blown away. I don't think, oh my god, this is the best foundation I've ever tried in my entire life. But it is very good. Very, very good. And I really like the fact it's a light medium coverage, because I have never found a foundation that feels like skin and is light medium coverage and stays on and looks nice throughout the day. I've never found one like that. My only foundations that stay on and look nice the whole way through the day seem to be full coverage foundations that you can feel on your skin. So that is one thing I would definitely say. So yeah, and the only negative I would say is a bit of a faff to put on because it is in the can. But you've got to think you get twice the amount of foundation that you do in a regular foundation. That is pretty good. Like, more than twice. Because you get 30ml in a normal one, you get 70ml in this. So yeah, I would say that definitely. Anyway, I'm going to go now because I think this video has been long enough. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this. I hope you guys have had a good feel for the foundation and you have made your opinion up on it or whatever. I do think it's one to give a go if you've got kind of some money that you really want to spend on some makeup. But I don't think it's one that everyone needs to rush out and buy. So yeah, that is my verdict. So I'm sure you'll hear about it in a few other videos, especially in some high-end kind of favourites, or any videos like that really. If you want me to do like an updated review or whatever, or you want me to do any video about foundation, my top 5 high-end foundations or top drugstore ones, I haven't done that in a very long time. So if you want me to do that kind of video, let me know down below. But I will speak to you very soon. Bye!